This Keto Monte Cristo breakfast casserole is just awesome and will be perfect for any sort of brunch this spring, either Easter or Mother's Day. It was easy to put together and fun to make with just a few simple ingredients that you probably have most of in your kitchen. Start by preheating your oven to 400 degrees. Cut 4 tablespoons of butter into small chunks and place them in a glass 8x8 baking dish. Place the pan in your oven to melt the butter. Take your pan out when your butter is melted. Then you're going to take 4 ounces of cream cheese and 4 eggs and put them in your blender. Then you're going to add 3 tablespoons of mayonnaise. We just used an avocado mayonnaise from Primal Kitchen. Now I hope you all have been saving your bacon grease because you're going to need a tablespoon of it to add to your blender. Next, we're going to add a 1/4 teaspoon of dried ground mustard. You will also add a 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. And finally, we will add a 1/2 teaspoon of apple cider vinegar. Blend all these ingredients up until it is completely smooth with no chunks of cream cheese showing. Finally, pour just a little less than half of your batter into the pan with your melted butter. You're going to bake this at 400 degrees for about 7 to 9 minutes, just until it is set. You don't want it to be browned at all. You want it to look like this, where it's pale and bubbly, but no real browning. Next, you're going to cover that egg base that you've just removed from the oven with about 8 slices of ham and just trying to get all of your egg covered as best you can. Then you're going to add 4 to 5 slices of either sliced provolone or Gruyere cheese, whichever you prefer. Then once the cheese is in place, you're going to spread 1/4 cup of sugar-free black raspberry or red raspberry jam over all of that cheese and just give it a nice layer for that fruity flavor that mixes nicely with your meat and cheese. Next, you're going to add another layer of cheese and then another layer of ham and just try to get all of that covered and use up all the ham that you bought. After the ham is set, you're going to take the batter that you mixed in your blender and pour all of that remaining batter on top of your ham and cheese layers. After your ham is covered with your egg layer, you're going to put it in the oven again at 400 degrees and cook it for 12 to 14 minutes or until set and very slightly golden brown. You're going to let it rest for 5 minutes, and then I serve mine with an extra scoop of jam on top. So good.